Hey everyone, today I'm going to give you some awesome tips and tricks for your Garmin Instinct 3. Whether you're a beginner or looking for some advanced features, I've got you covered. Let's get started. So first, let's talk about customizing your watch face. If you press and hold the menu button, you'll see an option called Watch Face. Select that, then press the GPS button and choose Data. Now you can customize each data field one by one using the up or down buttons. Once you're done with each field, press GPS to move to the next one. When everything is set, keep pressing GPS until you see the menu again. Then select Apply. You can even change the accent color from the same menu to match your style. Now, if you want to change your watch face entirely, just hold the menu button, go to Watch Face, and scroll up or down to add New. Here you'll find more options. Find one you like and customize it. But if you want even more options, download the Garmin Connect IQ Store app on your phone. It has tons of watch faces from third-party developers, and if you go to the Face It tab, you can even create a custom watch face with your own photo or a preset background. Just choose a background, then select a layout, tweak the colors, save it, and install it on your watch. Next up, let's organize your glance view. On your glance screen, scroll all the way down and select Edit here. You can add new widgets and rearrange them to your liking using the GPS button and up or down buttons. But if you don't want a super long list, a better way is to create folders. Just select Create Folder, choose the apps you want inside, press Done, give it a custom name, pick an icon, and that's it. You can reorder it the same way. Alright, let's talk about the flashlight. You probably know that double pressing the control button turns it on. But did you know there's more to it? If you press and hold the same button and use the up or down buttons, you'll find the strobe function. You can choose different patterns or create a custom one. The presets don't have red light, but if you want to use the strobe with red light, you'll need to set up a custom effect and select red light. Also, while you're here, you can enable redshift mode, which makes it easier to see in the dark without straining your eyes. If you turn the wheel again, you can turn on and off the display. If you turn it off, then tilting your wrist won't wake up the watch and you'd need to press a button to do that. If you want to declutter the control wheel, you can customize it too. Press and hold the menu button, go to Appearance, then Controls. Here you can remove shortcuts you don't use or reorder them. You can even add new ones by selecting Add New at the bottom. Now let's talk about something you see every morning, the morning report. If you don't find it useful, you can go to Appearance from the settings, then Morning Report, and either disable it or customize the metrics you see. One of the coolest things about the Garmin Instinct 3 is its battery life. But by default, SpO2 monitoring is only on demand. To activate it, go to the menu, find Sensors and Accessories, select Pulse Oximeter, and change it from manual to either during sleep or all day. Choosing all day will impact battery life the most, but personally, I think it's worth it because again, this watch has a great battery life. Speaking of health features, let's set up heart rate alerts. From the menu, go to Health and Wellness, then Heart Rate, then Abnormal Heart Rate Alert. If you're not an athlete, turn on both high and low alerts. The default settings are 100 BPM for high and 40 BPM for low, but you can adjust them. If you're an athlete training 6+ hours a day, your resting heart rate might dip below 40. So you may not need the low alert. Just keep in mind, this only works during rest. But what if you want alerts during activities too? Then go to Activities and Apps, find your activity, go to its settings, and select Alerts. Choose Add New, then Heart Rate. You can set a high alert based on predefined heart rate zones or a custom value. After confirming, you'll see the option for a low alert. While we're on alerts, did you know that you can set hydration reminders? And I'm not just talking about a generic reminder during the day. I'm talking about dynamic alerts during activities. Some activities allow you to create custom alerts, like drinking water after a set distance. You can even add custom messages. Let's dive into some safety-related alerts. Go to Notifications and Alerts, then System Alerts. You can enable sunset and sunrise alerts so you never get caught in the dark unexpectedly. The barometer alert is great too. It warns you about incoming storms and you can adjust the sensitivity. And if you tend to misplace your phone, turn on phone connection alerts so your watch notifies you when the Bluetooth connection is lost. Now, as you know, when your battery is very low, like 15% or so, your watch will go into power saving mode and you might notice that. But what if you have 6 days of battery life and you're going off grid and need at least 2, 3, or 5 days of battery life? So another alert is the battery alert, and you can set it all the way up to 5 days instead of waiting for it to drain and then notice it. Very cool feature. Now let's talk about broadcasting your heart rate. If you want to display your heart rate on gym equipment, you have a few ways of doing it. First, go to Sensors and Accessories, then Wrist Heart Rate, then Broadcast HR. The second way is through Health and Wellness, then Heart Rate. But the quickest way is to create a shortcut. So go to Settings, then Hotkeys, and assign it to a button. There's also a fourth way. If you want HR broadcasting to start automatically for specific activities like treadmill running, go to that activity's settings, select More Settings, then enable Broadcast HR. The buttons of Garmin Instinct 3 are clicky enough, but you can even make them give you a little more feedback. For that, go to the menu, then System, then Sound and Vibe, then turn on key vibration. You can turn on key tones as well, but you might get tired of that after some time. Now here's something very cool and quite hidden, unknown, and not very well understood. Obviously, this watch can track your HRV, but that's only overnight HRV, and there's no way to get an HRV reading at other times beyond a basic snapshot that takes a 2-minute reading, which is, by the way, something you can add to the app menu by pressing the GPS button, going all the way down under apps. But did you know that you can also track your HRV during exercise? In fact, I presume this is something your watch uses internally to use when calculating your recovery and training effect, but just won't record it or show it to us in any way. So from the menu, go to System, find Data Recording, and enable Log HRV. Now, after a training session, connect your watch to your PC, go to the Activities folder, and find a .fit file for that activity. Then download an HRV reading app like this one that you can use for free, because their other license is more than $600, but this free version still has plenty of good info, and I'll put the link in the description. Then open that fit file, and now you'll have access to a professional grade analysis of your HRV readings during that session, and you can create PDF reports from that. The only caveat seems to be that you're gonna have to use a heart rate monitor, but otherwise I haven't noticed any impact on the battery life. Another great feature most of us never use, and frankly never have to use, is improving data recording accuracy. There might be situations where you need to make sure your data recordings are as accurate as possible, and for that you can go to the menu, then System from the bottom of the list, then Data Recording, and finally from the frequency option you can change it to every second. But this will have significant impact on both battery life and available storage, so I'd only recommend it for shorter and very important events. Speaking of making things more accurate, if you want to make your outdoor runs more accurate, especially if there are a lot of ups and downs in your way, select Run, then press the menu button, then go to More Settings and turn on 3D Speed and 3D Distance. If you use Garmin's running suggestions, you can customize them. For example, if you prefer using heart rate instead of pace as a target, press the GPS button, go to Settings, and change the target type. In this next tip, I'll show you how to challenge yourself by being able to run against yourself. So select Run, then press the menu button, then select Training, and from the bottom, select Race Yourself. Now you can start your run and see how far behind or ahead of your previous activity you are during this run. Hate scrolling through data screens mid-activity? Me too. Enable auto scroll. Go to your activity, press the menu button, go to More Settings, turn on auto scroll, and set your preferred speed. So a great feature of this watch is body battery, which is supposed to reflect your energy levels. But a great way to learn what impacts your energy level positively or negatively throughout the day is to open the body battery view and scroll down to factors. Then you can individually investigate how much different things have affected your body battery. If you do any shift work, a great way to make sure your watch is ready to track your sleep is to give it a sleep schedule for different days of the week. You can achieve that by going to the Settings, then System, then Sleep Mode, then Schedule. That's it for today's tips. Stay tuned for my full review of the Garmin Instinct 3. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.